Hello and welcome to the Futro Hidden Movie Gems podcast. I'm your host, Ty Spiker Christensen. It's my best impression of a chimpanzee. We've got Jordan Christensen on the podcast.
It kind of cut your audio, but
Yeah.
All right, guys. Today we're reviewing The Monkey. Monkey. Um, this movie was directed by Oz Perkins. Remember that guy? He did Long Legs, that movie I was freaking out about, that I still think about all the time with
I still need to watch it.
Nick Cage, Grant. Oh, it's so good.
what? Grant, you haven't seen it yet?
It's so
Yeah.
good.
It'll be a
And you
treat
should
for you.
watch the what was
Is
the
it
lady
like
one?
humor, kind of like this movie, or is it more
No,
No,
serious,
it's
there's
like
more.
nothing funny
horror?
about it. And the Black Coat's
Is it
daughter is
horror or is
even
it
less
like
funny. It's definitely horror. I mean, it's psychological thriller, I think technically.
Yeah, like
Well, no, not
thriller
even
horror.
psychological. It does have supernatural too. It's demonic
okay?
horror. It's everything. It was good though.
It's
I liked it.
everything, Grant.
So we're talking about the
Everything because it
monkey.
has Nick Cage. That's why it's everything.
I know you're not opposed to Nick Cage like Cameron is, so you
No,
definitely will
Cameron,
I
enjoy it.
love
Grant.
Nick Cage.
Yeah,
It's so
Grant's
good.
Grant's got the
He's
Oh,
really good.
pillow. Grant's got that poster that his wife won't
Yeah,
let
I
him hang
still
I
have
up.
my
thought you bought him the
poster.
pillow, Jordan. Grant, you bought those on your own?
No, that was Harry bought me that pillowcase,
Oh, that's
Oh.
hilarious.
and then he bought me a poster later. I
Now, did
still
he buy
have.
that like because he knew you liked Nick Cage, or did he buy that because he thought it was funny? Like, I mean, maybe both, but
I think at some point I told him like I liked Nick Cage as an actor, and he's such a meme, and so I think he got it because of that, probably.
yeah,
Grant, you don't have
definitely.
your mic. I just noticed.
I know. Well, it's connected to my PC, and my Mac laptop has my camera, so it's hard to
Oh,
move
Hey,
I
we're
everything
just
see.
grateful
around.
Grant's here. We don't care what quality of audio he is because Grant is the quality, ladies and gentlemen. He's bringing the quality, even
Thank
though
you,
I
thank
see.
you.
You use
everything
it
he
for your
says.
own podcast, but not this one.
Yeah, Grant's starting his YouTube channel. Grant, you want to
Yeah,
give it
use
a
it for
plug
our
here,
own
Oh
or
yeah,
videos.
Grant.
Yeah.
you could do
Plug
us a
that
favor and
plug
plug
that
our
channel.
podcast at your your channel because you probably surpassed us in viewers. So,
You know, our nephew Bruce passed us in like everything.
Really, that's funny.
yeah, he's 10 years old. He's pretty creative, you know. He's got a lot of talent, that kid. So, but anyway, what are you doing, Grant? What project you working on?
Oh, I'm working on, I've been working the past couple months on starting a Minecraft series. So that's been taking a lot of time to edit and stuff. So I have my first episode trailer out right now, but the first episode itself
Dude,
is
send me a
taking a
link. I
long
want to watch
time.
it. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Are you like talking over it? You're like, or you're
Also,
yelling
that's
at
the thing.
creepers like,
Like, okay, so
stop.
all my trailer videos are gonna be like no
Dialogue.
talking throughout it. It's all music and visuals. And then my episodes, I'm trying to decide how much voiceover I want to do because I hate how my voice sounds sometimes. So I
You
want
just
to do
need to
like
laugh
less
and
of that.
squawk sometimes. You go.
Exactly. So,
Are you gonna see?
yeah.
Have you seen the movie yet, Grant?
Seen what?
The
Oh, the
movie?
Minecraft movie? No.
Oh, have you seen the videos though? The people bringing
I've
live
seen all the
chickens.
memes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny, like what becomes like, a meme from the movie. It's just, I don't know. It's funny to watch.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy time we live in, that's for sure. Well, guys, we're talking The Monkey, like I said, directed by Oz Perkins, and it's got Theo James, you know. And I looked this up. He is playing both parts, in case you thought there were two Theo Jameses in the world. Sorry, ladies, there's only one. No, I actually looked it up to see if the kid was played by several, but no, apparently he played both parts. So they got a child actor that isn't actually a twin. And I just got to ask, are we going to put up with this
Wow.
nonsense? Why are these actors playing two different parts? They're not actually biological twins. So can we just get this offensive notion that actors can play twins when they have no lived experience having a twin? It's very
Twins.
upsetting. Twins. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. So, anyway, I got over that triggering notion, and then I watched this movie, and I really enjoyed it. The Monkey
Yes.
is
Finally
insane.
watched it.
I finally watched it, and it's wild. This is a wild movie. It's like It's like Final Destination didn't take itself seriously, like but I mean, I guess that's the premise. It's like an evil monkey, but I don't know. It just seemed like everyone was having a fun time making it. So, but let's get into what was like watching this movie for the first time and rewatching it for the podcast. Jordan, you might be the only one that rewatched it.
Yeah, I saw it at the theater, loved it, and then rewatched it with Alex Clinton and my wife. And I definitely shouldn't have showed my wife because she did not like it.
Was
Even
she
though
scared by the
I
demon monkey face?
well, yeah, she didn't like the monkey. She thought he was scary, but she also didn't
The
like
brutal deaths.
well, I had her close her eyes on every single one. The only one she saw
Mm.
was the girl whose face caught on fire because randomly there would just like all of a sudden flash the people dying a second time. And
Yeah.
so she
They literally
saw,
do like the best hits playlist or montage flashback, and it's like, remember all these gruesome deaths from
Oh
30
yeah.
minutes ago? You're like, oh.
yeah, and it showed she saw the lady, her head on fire, which it was the funniest, I mean, the silliest
All you had to tell
CGI.
her was that it was just a clip from the movie Elemental from DreamWorks, or not
Oh,
DreamWorks, from Disney's Elemental, right? That chick, his head's on fire. She's not afraid of that, is she?
but
What it looks like.
it's anyways, I yeah, loved it the first time, and second time it's just fun. Yeah, I the uncle is hilarious. I love when he sits down, and I guess that kind of
We're
gets
not
right
gonna
into
do
my
very well, just to let you know.
yeah.
But we'll try.
We didn't want kids. Then he's just quiet.
Dude, he was hilarious.
He
Yeah,
was
he was.
so
Yeah.
funny.
I was just kept thinking he should have been played by Nick Cage. He's
Oh,
great.
funny.
I just pulls up. He reminded me of Jason Sudeikis' role in Masterminds. He was like, "Who's it that you want me to kill?" He's like, "Not in front of the kids." Oh, is it one of them? So good, dude. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's get into Monkey Grant. How about you watching it for the first time? Did you terrorize your
Yes,
wife?
it was no, she didn't watch it because she took one look at the monkey on the screen when I pulled it up. She's like, I'm not watching that. She's
No
like, go watch
thanks.
that
Oh,
in
That's so funny.
Alex and
office.
Clinton loved it, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
funny. Yeah, I loved it. It was a really fun watch. Well, it's funny too because I went into it expecting like a serious horror movie, and then it's just like a dark comedy, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I know. I'm curious because this is one of the short stories I didn't read from Stephen King. I'm wondering if he played it off like dark, twisted, funny, or was it like, because like it,
Mhm.
somewhere in the line where the deaths were so gruesome, bombastic, but then there's like literally a surfboard pinning someone through a tree, and I was like, oh, like it is a comedy. Just to be sure, if you mistakenly didn't think it was, like it was just so
Yeah.
random because it was like, yeah, at first I didn't find it funny, but I was also like, but like the editing choices and stuff, like I was like, oh, that's kind of clever how they keep cutting to. It almost reminded me of like Scott Pilgrim versus the World in a way.
Yeah.
It's like it's tonight at the Rock, and like they cut hard cut or whatever, like in the middle of someone getting screamed or like him geting bullied or something, and then they just cut to him getting home with
Or
no
like
pants
cutting
on
straight
or
to the
bananas.
funeral
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
at some points. Like the uncle or something. It's like it just cuts to like a picture of him like at the funeral.
Well, because the kid's like, let's just see if it works,
Let's
or
see if it
Yeah.
works. And then
Yeah.
immediately cuts to the funeral. It was so funny. It reminded me
and
of
then it.
5 Year Engagement. She's like, well, at least nobody died. And then the
That's
next scene, they're all at a funeral.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
It's
so
funny.
funny. Yeah, so for me watching this movie, I watched it alone. I was like, Maddie, you want to watch this murderous monkey movie? And it didn't really even intrigue her at all. Because I think the monkey is featured in Toy Story 3, and it was scary in
Yeah,
that movie.
it was
And this
freaking out.
one
Yeah.
even more so. But yeah, he gets a few good looks in, and then his eyes are just getting like wider. And I keep looking closely because I swear I can see his eyes moving around, but I don't know if they ever do technically.
They don't
Do
move
they ever
on
move?
camera, but
Oh yeah.
they change position based
Did
on
they?
where the camera's
Okay.
looking
Because
at.
I was
Yeah.
looking so closely at his eyes, like just
And I
getting
was like,
lost in them because they kind of do that thing where they follow you. I actually held my iPad and I was like moving my head, and I swear it was looking at me, dude, like following me. It was
I like when
terrifying.
he like looks out into the darkness and there's just the two little eyes.
it just keeps zooming in. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love he
watching
never
from
takes the
outside.
bait to do a jump scare there, which I just appreciated.
Yeah, there was the times he didn't, and then there's times where he literally gets home from school and looks on his dresser and he's like, "Ah!" Like just freaking right there on his dresser after he threw it away. Oh, it's funny. Like who's messing with my monkey?
Oh, and can we just talk about his amazing mullet? Oh my gosh. The
Theo
so
The
good.
twin.
James's mullet.
Yeah. It's so
That's
good.
so good. Yeah, business in the
Well,
front,
it's funny
party in the
because
back.
like the setting was like 1999 when they were kids,
Mhm.
so it was supposed to be like more modern, but it felt like 20 like the whole time period was shifted back 20 years. Like it felt
Mm.
very retro. I don't know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see,
like
1990,
vintage.
and then yeah, how far did it go into the future? It said 20 years, so I guess it would still be like 2010s. It's crazy to think
Yeah, I
that like
guess, but it
yeah,
didn't
but
look like
15
that.
years ago, I
It's
mean, it kind of did, Grant.
I mean, I don't
no, he
know.
We're
does
getting
he does
old.
he does like to do older period movies. If you watch Long Legs, he definitely likes kind of before cell phone. Oh no, was there cell phones? Now I can't remember. No, they were using payphones to call each other.
Long legs? I don't remember. I think it's set in the 90s.
I like that the monkey reminds him of his dad.
Oh my God. I hate cops.
Well, I think it's funny that like so this is one of those movies where I'm like, oh, it's supposed to represent generational trauma. And I kept thinking like, did Stephen King have a bad childhood growing up? I never know. Did he have a drunk dad? Because I know Stephen King dealt with alcoholism, but does Stephen King have like a gripe to pick with his dad or anything? Like, did he have bad parenting? Because watching this, it just made me think like, oh yeah, like we hear, oh, my parents beat me, and now you're lucky I only spank you, and now it's like, yeah, my parents spanked me. You're lucky I only give you everything you want. Like, at least that's how I'm parenting. I don't know. It seems to change every few generations, but my parents, I was terrified of them, and my kids don't respect me. So, let's see whose parenting style wins out. Okay. I'm trying my best here. So
That totally reminded me of the quote from what's the two brothers where they go and see the Holocaust? What's the
a real pain.
yeah, real pain when he's talking about
Jesse
each
Eisenberg and Kieran McCulkin. Yeah. What
yeah,
was
where he
it?
talks about each generation. Remember he says like, "Oh, our
Hmm.
parents moved here and they like work hard." And
Yeah.
then the
It's
parents
like
want to keep
actual
that
Holocaust
alive.
survivors. Yeah. Parents were immigrant, first
And
generation to
they want to
immigrant.
keep
And
and live that dream and then the third generation is always the one that just
yeah, just mooching off of all the glory. They
the
didn't have
screw ups.
any, yeah, they didn't have any challenges really in life. Everything was given to them. So. Well, that's where we're at right now. So I'm gonna become a gambling addict and alcoholic and start beating my kids just so they have a better future. That's what I'm to understand from from this. But I think this is one generational trauma movie that kind of did work for me. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny because the monkey, if you didn't know, is like a stand-in for like the luggage that you carry and carry to your next kid, right? It's like the monkey off your back, right? I don't know. I just thought that, but maybe I'm reading too much into it. Let's get into two of your favorite things, Grant. Go ahead.
Um, yeah, I think just being surprised of the whole genre shift for me was really enjoyable. 'Cause like going into it thinking it's a horror movie, and
Did you
then the
watch the
first
trailer, Grant, or
scene,
not? Did you watch the
uh,
trailer for it?
it was like playing the background when I pulled it up on the Apple app.
Yeah. See, because I didn't watch the trailer and I
But
didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect tonally. So, like I said,
yeah,
I kind of too was surprised. So I just find
so
that
it was kind of
interesting.
fun going in blind, not knowing anything, and then but yeah, that first scene, just like guy dies to like a harpoon gun.
And then it retracts.
Yeah, and it pulls out his intestines.
Yeah,
That
and
was
Adam
Oh
Scott coming
man.
in too was a crazy cameo. Yeah, I didn't even
that
get into all the other
Yeah.
actors, but
that was
Adam Scott coming
totally
in.
from Turbo Kid. Remember when they set up the whole
Yeah.
contraption to his stomach? And he's like, "Ah, but I set up this whole thing." And so the guy starts riding the bike and it pulls out all his intestines.
It's been too long since I've seen Turbo Kid. It's
Yeah.
funny. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it was really fun to have it be more of a dark comedy. And then one of my favorite scenes is the funeral scene, the first funeral scene for
This the
um
babysitter,
the babysitter, yeah.
the hibachi girl.
It- yeah, I just love the funeral scene because the preacher or whatever just like
He's so good.
totally reminded me
Hey,
of a Hunt for the Wilder People. The whole
yeah.
like, oh, you would think it's Jesus, but it's another door. He's tricky like that, Jesus.
And he gets up there and he's like,
Like,
and well, not her, because there is no surprises. Yeah, because it's God. And he's like, but heads or tails, but not heads because her head is
he's like, it
it's
could
like
have been
making a
anyone. He's like, could have
could
been
have
you, could have been
could
you.
could have
It's
been
just like,
you. Why not you? It's like pointing right at her.
yeah.
It's so
Oh man.
funny. Yeah. No, he
It's so
was
cool.
hilarious. He was hilarious. How about you, Jordan? What are your two favorite things?
I already said the uncle, so along with Grant, I guess that kind of just incorporates everybody I felt like was a good character in this. Um, and there were so many great character choices. Everybody down from Elijah Wood,
Oh
who was
my
so
gosh,
great.
that was yeah, I'll say it. You just brought it up. That
Yeah.
was one of my favorite things. Elijah Wood showing up being like this dad. He's like, "You're gonna transfer me your
I stole
power to
your
me.
power.
I stole your power."
I didn't give it to you. He's like, it's too
I
late.
didn't
I
give it to
have
you.
it.
It's too late. I have your power. Elijah Wood is so funny, dude. I love
Uh,
seeing him. Cameos from Elijah Wood is so great.
Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously the choice of what's his name having a mullet. And then like you guys said, it was honestly seeing it in the theater was such a breath of fresh air because there's so much like terrible movies being made. So just like seeing a movie that was like didn't wasn't jamming any messages down my throat and it was just a good time. I
That's short too. It's only an hour and a half.
yeah.
It's good length.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, it's a
fun
good.
performances, great direction. It's a good film and it's short.
Yeah, bring back the 90-minute movies, theaters, okay? Or bring back intermissions because I just got my tickets to Mission Impossible and I'm like, 2 hours and 49 minutes. I don't think I can hold my pee that long. So, holy crap. And of course, I had to choose
Dang.
a 10 o'clock showing because I didn't want to get a babysitter that had to put my kids to bed because that's just cruel.
Wait, you've seen the new one already?
No, no, I got tickets for it for the Friday night.
Okay, I'm gonna go see it on Monday because Monday's the holiday. I'm gonna see it with Cameron and mom and dad.
I'll spoil everything before you go see it, though. I'll be sure to spoil everything
Don't you
for you.
dare.
Oh my gosh, Ethan Hunt. He
I don't really feel like there's anything to
wasn't
spoil.
impossible.
He's gay.
It, is there anything to
That was
spoil?
Rebecca Ferguson round. No way.
Can
I
you
bet.
really?
Here's my prediction. That one girl that got stabbed in the last movie, I have a prediction that she comes back.
I was gonna say, is there really anything you can spoil in a Mission Impossible movie? He saves the day at the end,
Like
and he does some
against
cool
all odds,
stunts.
he accomplishes the mission.
And yeah, he accomplishes the mission, and then he also does some amazing stunts. Like that's really why you
No.
see it.
Dude, it'd
It's
be
just
so great if this movie had no stunts, like the trailer showed. Like he doesn't perform a single stunt of his own. It's all stuntmen doing it for him. That'd be so funny. His scenes get cut and they replace him with this stuntman. That's so funny. No, yeah.
I miss back in the day when you could really tell like it was Ali a
No, it's
stunt
funny that
man.
you said, "Can you not spoil the movie?" I remember, was it Fallout or was it the one before it? Mission Impossible. It literally does the title crawl and it like shows all the action set pieces that you're going to see. And I
Oh,
was
I think
like,
that's three.
kind of very, no, 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 not three. Trust me, it's not three. I know three shows clips, but like it's not like it was either four or five. No, it wasn't four and it wasn't five. Or four showed clips and glimpses, but one of them I was like, bro, like that's the set piece. They show
Yeah,
him
you're
riding
like,
on the
this is why I
motorcycle.
avoid movie trailers.
But I'm like, I guess it's part of your movie. But anyway, it's kind of reminds me of like Jackie Chan when he would like do a stunt and then he would put like both attempts of the stunt in. So like he falls from a rooftop and falls through two pavilions and lands on his head. And he goes, that was such a cool stunt. I'm going to put it in a second time and you're going to watch me fall from the roof, land on my head a second time from a different angle because he performed the stunt twice and didn't know which cut he liked better. So he just put them both in. And you're just like, Yeah, this movie is like intended for something different, and it's still before the they even get recognition. I feel like this is like the last movie of like stuntman work, and like the Academy still doesn't even recognize best performed stunts. Is crazy to me. But anyway, um, what was I talking about? The monkey. So anyway, Monkey was great. All the deaths, they're just blowing up. People were just blowing up. Like
Ah, freaking late.
I'm
Yeah.
not freaking like I'm not sure jumping into a pool that's electrified would cause that, but
I
like
know
they
she
just like bounced on the
imploded.
top of it and just like went everywhere, dude. It was nuts.
Yeah, when you said dark comedy, yeah, just like even when she like falls down the stairs, you think like Ty said, it's a Final Destination where you're like, oh crap, what's gonna
Uh,
kill her? And then she
yeah.
falls through the stairs, and all
Uh,
of a sudden her head comes up, and there's just like
it's like fish hooks in her face.
hooks in her face. Yeah, this film
Uh,
is chock full
Yeah,
of.
I know her from the show. It's called Schitt's Creek. She plays Twyla, so it's really funny. She's like a
Mm.
kind of an absent-minded uh, uh,
I thought it was
hostess or
something
waitress.
else.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
so it's just funny to see her playing an older role and then get killed because I was like,
Well,
oh,
yeah, and then and it's just like she doesn't die right away. It's like she catches on fire next, and
yeah.
then she's like
And then
her
she
foot gets
runs
stuck
into
in
yeah,
well,
a milk jug,
a milk jug, so she's like
a butter
limping,
churn,
and then she like gets impaled
and then runs into the for
because
sale
apparently
sign.
her head's made of clay, and she just goes right through the sign.
Or when he drops that bowling ball in his brother's face. Like, that made me laugh, and I didn't know if that was supposed to make me laugh or not. And then he was just imagining it, right? Fantasizing about killing his brother. But I had a lot in common with, young Hal because I wanted to kill my brothers for the longest time. So fantasized about that. But I never carried out my plans. And now you guys live too far away for me to kill you. But you're always
Yeah,
welcome to come visit, and I'll drop a bowling ball on your head.
thank goodness there was no monkey.
There's no monkey.
I would have been twisting that
You
every
have to
day.
you have to twist a monkey to keep it satisfied.
At a certain point, I was just like, just kill your brother. He's like, kill him for me.
I know. Yeah, it's like you can kill so many people around you. And what was it? He's like, the whole town has been changed or whatever. It's
Yeah. Oh,
just
my
like
favorite.
dead people everywhere, people on fire. There's
Yeah. That was
airplanes
such a
falling
the
out
great.
of the
airplane's
sky.
crashing.
I know, dude.
Well, that was
And
such
then
a great
we,
moment before people started falling out of the sky when he grabs it and he's like, play the drum. And he's like trying to force the
Finally,
monkey
it's
to
like,
forces the
play.
monkey's
man, you're
hand.
really
It's like
strong.
monkey like refuses to eat.
I know.
So funny. Yeah. So yeah, it's a clever movie. This movie's just out there, folks. Like, and for some reason, it didn't necessarily, but it just made me think of The Burbs, like a horror comedy. I haven't seen one of these in a while, but I did just watch. Was it Heart Eyes? I know I talked about it, but that kind of was like a romance, but it was
Mm.
definitely more comedy and horror too. So it was like, but this definitely made me laugh more because I was like kind of shocked at some of the things they did. But anyway, I thought it was good. So. You guys have anything else you want to throw about the monkey?
I definitely recommend.
Definitely recommend.
Yeah.
Well, Grant, we might lose you on this next review. So, what movies have you seen lately? Jordan and I can share later, but what have you been watching, Grant?
Um, I've been watching, I've been showing Elise Breaking Bad. So that's
No
been actually
way.
really fun. Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
We're season two, most of the way through. We've just
Did you
met
get to Grandpa with the bell?
Gustavo. The what?
The grandpa with the freaking bell.
Ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, yeah, we already did that.
Salamanca.
Tuco's already, yeah,
Oh, Tuco's
gone.
is the way of the Tortuga.
Head on the tortoise. But yeah, so
Machete.
that's been super fun. Well, because like I never would have recommended watching this show at the least, but she's been hearing about it in her like all the research she's doing for writing her book. Just so many people keep referencing
What's
like
your
the
book
amazing
about? Crystal
writing.
meth? What is she writing a
Well, no,
book
no,
about?
all like the people she'll read about, they'll like reference like Breaking Bad as this is a good example of this kind of writing or like character development or whatever. And
Oh.
so she's like, she kept hearing about it and she's like, oh, we should watch this. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Ah, lucky. I
So
wish my wife was recommended that.
yeah,
Dude, that's
so
Jordan. That's what you don't understand. You have to like pay the podcasters that your wife listens to,
Yeah.
and then they'll
To
give a shout out to,
recommend.
yeah, yeah, give them
Yeah,
comments,
that's
start feeding them
literally how I've
comments.
gotten her to watch a bunch of movies because
There you go.
she listens to Office Ladies, and every time they recommend a movie, I'm like, yes, and we finally watch it.
Do
That's
they just
funny.
like drop movie recommendations
Yeah,
or
they
something?
do.
Oh,
They talked about Speed, so we watched that because one of the
Speed's great.
ladies that was on it, the girl from Donnie Darko, she's also in Speed. She's the lady that falls through the truck, if you remember. Anyways, she was also in The Office in an episode. She's Dwight's babysitter or something like that. Anyways,
Dwight's babysitter.
so she talked about working on Speed, and then they started talking about Speed, and then well, my wife's like, "Hey, we should watch it," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Speed's great. Speed's funny.
Is
And
that
The
Awesome.
Edge, huh?
the runaway bus one?
Yeah, Keanu
Yeah,
Reeves.
Yeah.
Which
and
is funny because I just saw like my wife was trying to look for like Cranston or so. I don't know what it's called. Cranston, I think it's called. It's like a British posh. I just saw her look up CRAN in the search and the movie Crank came on. I was like, there's no way my wife is searching for the movie Crank with Jason Statham. Listen, boys, we got to get my heart started. He's like always like trying to get
have you
keep his
seen
heart going.
Crank, Ty?
I know I've seen
Cra
the first, or no, I'm thinking of Transporter. No, I've never seen Crank, but
Crank
I've heard it's
2
funny.
is
Yeah,
Crank 2 is wild.
is it?
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, Crank 1's funny, but Crank 2 is
because
like,
he
I
still
mean,
has to keep his heart going.
yeah, it's like everything's on steroids. It's just silly.
What else you been watching, Grant?
Well, I have to represent the anime scene over here. So I rewatched
Nerd.
Chainsaw Man. That was really
Did
good.
you watch it in
Because I had
English or
I
subtitles?
only subtitles. I always watch in Japanese. Because the American voice actors are horrible. And the
Yeah,
way
Death
that they
Note was the
like
only one I think I've
And
ever
Chainsaw Man,
watched
they were
Death Note was
great
the
in
non-dubbed.
only one
Chainsaw
that was
Man.
pretty good.
Yeah,
I only do
Dude, you're
and
subtitles
and
lying.
just
and
because
they
like
got it. And even when I say that, Death Note did like do a lot of things the wrong way that also enhanced the experience
Yeah.
too. Like I'll
yeah.
never forget the
Take a
potato chip
potato
and eat
chip.
it.
And eat it.
It's
But it's
so
just
good.
like, well, I feel like too, it's one of those things that if you knew Japanese, it would probably sound weird. But because you don't understand the language, like they're so animated that it like, and then you just read and understand what they're saying through subtitles. I enjoy that more. Because I
I,
feel
I
like the
I'm with you.
cringe of the English voice actors just pulled me out of it too much.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, but then another show that's pretty, well, the
Here's
second
one last thing
season
I'll
came
say.
out.
All voice actors need to realize they're trying to match their movements of the actors' mouths. If you're reading the dumb subtitles anyway, who cares if their mouths don't align? So just get some better voice acting and stop using that logic. I remember somebody telling me that, and I was like, you're reading the dang subtitles. I'm not even going to be watching their mouths. I have to read what they're saying first. And then if they just used better intonations that matched more closely what the actors were going for in the
Yeah.
native language, I just think that would have been better, or whatever you call it, the original language it's
I
in.
I just
That's
for
what I
some
think
reason
dubs
can't
struggle with.
do I can't do words subtitles with anime.
I
I
can't
don't
I
read.
can't do words. I can't read.
I can't
I
read.
never learned to
It's so
read.
crazy.
I'm pretty slow reader, but I enjoy it more.
Wait, slow
It's
down.
so
You
weird because
can't
I
do
with
words? Or you
like
mean like subtitles keep
I
up
can't
with
do
it?
subtitles with
Subtitle.
anime. I can do I can't do dubbed with any live action though. I cannot do dubbed because like
Okay,
it's
so if it's a
totally
cartoon, you watch with
I have
English
to do
version.
an yeah, I have to do it in English, otherwise I fall asleep if it's subtitles.
Okay.
It's so weird because in live action, it like you said, Grant, it takes me out and I'm like, this is all trash. Like, Ty, have you tried to watch Rec with English? It's like it's
Oh,
so yeah,
yeah.
Rec
No,
is
wait. I think it kept doing it, and I was like, no, we need to watch the Spanish version.
yes. You
So
have
yeah,
to because
yeah,
in English is
yeah. It
horrible.
ruined it.
The
Yeah.
the people that do those dub voices, man. Anyways,
It's because
sorry,
they're
Grant.
really not being torn apart by zombies, you know? They use some real method acting in that movie, dude. It's crazy. What else you been watching, Grant?
Yeah, Grant.
So Solo Leveling is a new show I guess it's pretty popular right now, but it's insanely good. It's kind of like One Punch Man meets Sword Art Online, if
There's
you've
Do
only
heard of
you
one
that.
Punch Man. There's
do
only
you
one
have
One
do you
Punch
have
Man.
a Crunchyroll subscription, Grant, or not? I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
I got a couple months
Uh,
for my birthday and
He went
started
all he went
watching
full nerd.
anime.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're a full nerd.
You never go full nerd, Grant.
You never know, go full nerd. He's like, I'm making a Minecraft channel. I've got my
Yeah.
my animes. Grant's gonna
It's a
like
good thing I'm already
become
married, man,
Grant's gonna
because
become the guy stuck in the internet, dude.
yeah. So anime is
Good
so
stuff.
good if you find the right stuff. I like the more action kind of anime. So those are usually my favorite shows. But
I
You
like the
watch
really
Demon
violent
Slayer? That's
ones.
a yeah, Demon Slayer. You
hmm,
watch that one?
Demon Slayer is really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
watched the first
finished the
episode. Pretty
latest
good.
season a couple of months ago.
Like I keep
Yeah,
seeing
Demon
movies will
Slayer.
drop in the theaters, and it's like 99%, 100%. I'm like, I guess that the people
It's
that saw it
because
love
the
it, but I'm
only
like,
ones that watch it are
holy
anime
Yeah,
fans.
cow, yeah. But I'm just
no,
like,
yeah, it's true.
jeez, those are some pretty rave reviews. But
Mhm.
then again, like Thunderbolts did better than Mission Impossible. And I said this earlier. Jordan thought it was funny. We're cooked, folks. We're absolutely cooked. People are insane.
The-
People don't know what good movies are anymore. That's why we have this podcast. We're
I
here to show you the movie gems.
It was funny though. A guy explained it to me like he couldn't get into anime Grant, and he's like every single time they get on the screen, they just sit and explain things to you. Like I can't do this if I he does this. Oh, but if I do
Yeah.
this, and I was
Well,
like,
and two,
oh, yeah.
it's very out of like time too, because like especially with action scenes, especially in Demon Slayer, like he's mid he's like a sword's like right to his throat, and then he has this monologue of like, oh no, like this is
How
gonna
did I
like
get
what is
here?
my gonna happen to my family, like
No, they
things
need to
like that.
freeze
That kind
frame
of
it.
like
They need to freeze frame it and
it's a very
the
niche thing
start
about
playing
anime.
Bob O'Reilly by The Who, and it's like, this is me. And you're probably wondering how I got here.
Uh,
In order to
but the very
understand what's
like
happening, let me take
it
you
fits
back to
the
earlier
animated
today.
style of anime,
Oh no,
but I
that's
can
so
see why
funny.
people don't like
Grant,
that.
it's so funny you mentioned that though about the internal dialogue or whatever, because someone cut a scene from what's it called? They cut it from Death Note, and it's literally Light Yagami and L staring at each other with none of the dialogue, and they're just staring at each other, and he goes,
That's
"Fine,"
pretty
or
good.
he says like one word answer, and it's like
Yeah.
10 minutes they're staring
What is
at
that
each
famous
other.
scene of them sitting next to each other, and
Yeah,
then he's
yeah.
like, "Does he think that I'm at like that?
Yeah, does he think I'm, oh, he
Like,
just stares at
do
him,
you
and
know
then he just says,
already?"
something innocuous. It's so funny, dude. I'll send you the video if I can
Yeah,
find
I
it.
want to see that.
It's
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
funny. It's just
Well,
like all the
the
internal
and the
dialogue
reason
removed.
the reason I was so loving One Punch Man is because anytime people started to dialogue, he would just cut them off or be like, no, and or he would just one punch him and kill him in one hit.
Yeah.
So.
That's funny.
Or I love when somebody
Slide
started
dog.
somebody
You got
started
me
monologuing and
monologuing.
he's like oh yeah, you got me monologuing. When he's like, oh, he's gonna make me late to because he had to make it to a certain time to the store to get a discount.
Oh, they're gonna yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah.
And the guy was monologuing and so he missed it. He's like, oh no.
See, when you describe this show, it sounds so funny. I don't know why I didn't get
So
into it,
good.
man. I'll have to give it another shot. I'll give it another fair shake.
Yeah. One Punch Man is like perfect. It has good action, but also like perfect comedy because it's like the whole conflict is the main character is too strong and you can't find anyone that survives like one punch from him.
No, I know it's right up my alley. I just yeah, for what reason didn't connect, but I should give it another watch. Anything
Yeah.
else, Grant? That's not Crunchyroll, or are you just full blown Crunchy man?
I just I don't have time for like movies really.
Uh,
So it's just been Breaking Bad and anime for
For
me
sure.
recently.
and I am curious on rewatch Breaking Bad, is it still because in my opinion, I was like, this is a perfect show, even on rewatch.
Yeah, well, so I binged it my first like year of college, and so all like the story like blends together. Like I don't know what seasons is what, and so rewatching it has been like I still love it. It's
Yeah.
really, really
Oh
good.
yeah.
Like
No,
I,
anytime I doubt it, yeah, go back and watch a scene. I'm amazed that I'm like watching a scene. I'm like, oh, let me go like find that episode. because like
Hmm.
I just looked up a specific scene because I was thinking of it, and then I watched the scene. I'm like, oh, I forgot all of this stuff, and I've seen that entire show all the way through three full times. I think it's about time I crack it
Oh,
open and watch it again, dude.
It's
I just
good.
gotta get someone to watch it
yeah,
with me.
it's so good. I know we
So
need to get Cameron to watch it. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
He started it. He just didn't get very far. He watched like 2 or 3
I
episodes.
think he and I were supposed to like swap Game of Thrones, and he was supposed to. But I'm just like, yeah, I've seen
Mm.
Game of
If I bring it
Thrones
up, he's
pilot
like, you
like
have to
three
watch
times.
Avatar first.
I've seen like Game of
I am
Thrones pilot
surprised,
like
Grant,
three different
you're
times.
not watching Avatar because it is like anime-ish.
Well, yeah. So it's like older anime, and it starts out more childish, and then it becomes like more of the characters
I
and
wouldn't say
becomes really
childish. I
good.
mean,
But
it's
are you kidding
it's
me? The first like two seasons are like really
wow.
All right,
I
there's only three
kiddish. I don't
seasons,
know.
right?
I thought all the
Or at
themes
least the first season.
I thought all the
Uh,
themes through every episode was just tackled really heavy like intellectual ideas, like bigger ideas. Like yes,
Mm.
it is like a kids show because it is Nickelodeon, but they tackle very I mean, some of the ideas I'm like,
like
"Oh
learning
wow."
to work together, like
Well, yeah,
Pokemon. You learn it's not just about beating the other Pokemon into
no, but it
submission.
seriously is
It's
that.
about the friends you made along the way,
But
Grant. So
those messages are like timeless. Like I don't know.
every time Ash failed to beat, like his Pokemon were so weak, but he keeps getting these badges, and like there's this funny
I rewatched
YouTube
Pokemon. I love
video.
it.
I
The
know
show
I
holds
love
up.
it too, but it's just
Really?
always funny because
Yeah,
That's
Ash never actually beat any gymnasium trainer
that's
with
true.
Pokemon. He just beat him because he's like, I learned through the power of friendship and love, and they're like, here, take a badge, and it's like this kid hasn't earned it, man. Pikachu's gonna get squashed by the first Pokemon he comes across in the wild because he's never actually beaten any of the battles he's fought. It's just so funny to me.
funny.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's it
Grant,
for me.
thank you for coming
good
on our
stuff.
pod.
Hey
Ty's
Grant,
pod.
yeah, Jordan, watch it, Jordan. You're contractually not obligated to address it as our podcast now. And you haven't given me your full hour of your time. So we're going to do another episode right after this. Guys, leave us an email, futuremovies@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in to The Monkey. Monkey.
It is, man. That sucks.
How about those wasps going all in his mouth at once? I
So over the top. Oh man.
like this wig. I swear that was a wig. It's just was
It
covered in
had
hair.
to have been.
It looks
It's
so
That's
just
horrible.
fake.
the same. Oh,
Just a mop
oh.
over his head. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy. Bye.